Hey guys, Roxanne here, Zone 5, Ontario, Canada. In case you're new, welcome.
It's the first time I've seen her this winter. Oh, she's just off camera to the left. You can just see her tail. Dang. Maybe she'll come back. Oh, there she is. Oh, she's so pretty. She's about to fly. No. Oh, Blue Jay.
Well, she never did come back. Anyways, what I thought I would do today is I'll show you some of my spreadsheets and how I organize seeds. We'll go out to the compost bin. Oh, and I will show you my seedlings, what seedlings are coming up. They're doing really good this year, too good. And yeah, I'll show you some indoor propagations and indoor plants today. That's what we'll do. That's the plan. I mean, I got to do like a little mini celebration at 18 subscribers. Woohoo! Totally thanks to Jason and Colleen over at Clive's Conundrum Garden. Thanks, guys. Okay, so here's my seed starting spreadsheet that I have started. It is Google Sheets, and I do everything right from my phone. I was inspired to do this by Eli and Kate's channel. She's got a great video out there on doing like this on spreadsheets, and she's got templates and everything that you can go grab. So this first column is the name of the seed. Column B is if it's an annual, perennial, biannual. Column C is if it is a flower, herb, or vegetable. Column D is the date sown and if it was winter sown. Column E is how many seeds I sowed. Column F is time, how long it took to germinate, and if it's winter sown, I just leave it blank because obviously it's gonna germinate in the spring when it's ready. Column G is my pricked out date from the seed tray. So this gives me an idea of how long it takes to get first true leaves. And column H, the amount I was able to prick out is basically to tell me how many seeds made it past first true leaves and how many plants I potentially have for sale, which is in the next column. Now let's go do some composting before this happens.
In this video, we are forecasting yet another major winter storm. According to the latest data, a bunch of people are going to receive incredible snowfall totals, a bunch of people are going to be impacted by a dangerous ice storm, and a bunch of people are going to get plain rain.
Zoe, you want to come? Hey, pup. Okay, let's go get the compost. Oh, it's finally not minus 25. We've been getting nights of minus 35. I keep checking around the base of the fruit trees. This is a crabapple for bunny damage. Here's the bridal wreath spireas that were big, and they've chomped them right down. And so, like, yeah, they've eaten last year's growth, so that means no flowers. So because these shrubs are very old, over 15 years old, I'm going to take the opportunity to cut them right at ground level this year and get rid of all the dead wood. And it'll flush back out again. And there's Zoe in my secret garden. Which the bunnies live underneath. In the winter, there is their entrance. And I've put some straw out for them to pull in there Hey, Zoe. Okay, compost. Compost. I'm not holding this very good. I've got it on a selfie stick, and I don't think I have it turned around the right way. Oh well. Into the kitchen garden. And yes, my husband snowplows a path, a circuit for the dog. And then he does one for us, going all the way around the property. All right, compost. We'll come back to the winter sowing another video. I keep doing a little bit every week. And underneath here, there's 2 recently added, and underneath here is at least 22 bottles. All right, Zoe, come on, let's go out to the compost. Good girl. All right. And where am I going to put you so that my dog doesn't hit this over? Let's see. That's as high up as that goes. Puppy. Okay, Zoe, leave it. No. Let it sit in the snow. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be something if the camera fell over in the snow? Not good. Not good. Okay, come here, Zoe. Come here. Stay away from the camera. Alright. Zoe. Oh, I just... Come on, pup. So then I steer it down. It is pretty solid. And then try to cover it back up. There we go. Okay, so you can see there, we've just added straw to the top so that I can cover it somewhat because it's pretty solid. But in the spring, that is going to heat up so fast. Are you taking a break? Are you taking a break? Okay, let's go to the rest of the path. Come on, let's go down the path. As you can tell, I am out of breath, out of shape. Gardening is going to help with all of this. It did last year. It got easier as the spring got on. Oh yeah. And there's something has built a nest in there. But we don't see any prints really going in and out. I'm going to propagate these lovely arbovitas probably this coming week. I'm coming. Nice. Well, that sucks. All right, so this is my Weigela. The rabbits have never touched it, ever. This, however, is a burning bush, which they devour every year. So this year was the first year that I really caged it up in the fall. And so it looks like they're getting even with me. Like literally everything needs to be caged. It's going to be fun in the spring. Zoe, out of there. Out. Out. See? Look at rabbit droppings everywhere. They're cute, but man, I'm really surprised that it looks like they're leaving the hydrangeas alone. There's tracks in there, but these flower on new wood, so it doesn't really matter anyways. Although I'd like to be the one that decides the height of my shrubs. Look at all that snow still. Insane. And then we always have to check the roof to make sure not too much has accumulated. If you don't live in Canada, if there's too much snow on your roof, it's too heavy. You have to get the snow rakes out and pull it all down. And with this storm coming, we're just keeping a close eye on how much is left before the storm hits. Anyways, back inside.
Okay, so I'm in an old spare bedroom. It was given to me by my next door neighbor who she saw that I got really interested this year in gardening, and I was bringing her fresh cut bouquets every week or so, and tomatoes and cucumbers that I had lots of. And just one day she offered this to me. It's very sweet because it was her husband who did the gardening next doors, and this was his passion. So for her to give this to me is pretty amazing. The lights that were in here were old fluorescents, so it would have been very expensive to run this on hydro. So my husband took those old ballasts out and we put in the new LEDs as recommended by Gary Pilarchuk's The Rusted Garden channel. Totally went with his specs on LED lights. This is going to be hard to see in here, but this side are my fails. So I started rosemary, bacopa flowers, and there's one other thing in there. They've been in there for over a month. They did not germinate. So I will try again. These guys, however, last year I started wax begonias, and they took months. And when they did finally germinate, or weeks I should say, when they did finally germinate, it took months for them to do anything. This year I started them even earlier, and look at all that growth. Like, that's just in 4 or 5 weeks. So heck, you know, they're not going to stay in those little teeny plugs forever. I got to up pot them, and it's all about space. I do have shelves downstairs with grow lights, and I have a grow tent down here. Boom. There's basil, and there is, my basil's doing really good. I've already got one, so I only planted 4. I've got one that I've up potted in the kitchen window. And then this, I started with 5 eucalyptus, and I have 4. Look at them. And they smell like eucalyptus already. And these are geraniums. So these are like your regular geraniums. And then I've got 2
ivy geraniums back here. They're doing so good. So I'm very proud of those.
So now we're at my kitchen window and I've got a bunch of propagations. There's a sweet potato vine, trying to save it from out in the garden this year. There's my little basil. And then these are amaryllis that are done flowering, and another sweet potato vine. This is out in the living room, and I've got a cabinet, like a plant cabinet. It's actually an IKEA cabinet called a Rudsta or Rudsta, and I've converted it. Like you see, I've seen many tutorials online how to do it. And so we did that just so that I could grow something inside and take care of something inside over the winter. I'm not even going to attempt to name them all. I just buy them because what I like, what looks pretty. I've got everything in there from air plants to succulents to some tropicals. And I've been just propagating. The whole bottom shelf is just propagations from other plants. So that's how we garden in the winter out here in Eastern Canada. Not very exciting stuff, but if there's anything you want to see, let me know. This coming week I am going to start some hardwood cuttings from outside and set up a propagation box for them. So maybe I'll do a video on that. And I have a whole ton of seed sowing still left to do. And I thought I would do a video on winter sowing, although there's a bazillion of them out there. I'll just kind of do my take on it and mistakes I made from last year that I don't want to duplicate again this year. Bird content, like anything you guys can think of or want to see, just let me know.